Ball first and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Seahawks. Sean goes right, has a cutback lane, and he does. He's across the 20, the 25, 30, 35, 40. Here he goes. Are they going to catch him? 40, 35, 30. Touchdown, Seahawks! 12, they're bringing the trophy home. Your Seahawks, Super Bowl 48 champions. Holy catfish! Baldwin's going to throw back to Russell. He's got it! Touchdown! Seahawks! Are you kidding me?
Let's Hawk It Out with your hosts Kevin Porter and Rich Harris.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of Let's Hawk It Out. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Porter, along, as always, most importantly, with Rich Harris. Welcome back to the show, buddy. Holy shit, the Seahawks won.
Excellent times. Excellent to have you welcome me in that fashion, Kevin. And Jesus Christ, I've been having a great time tonight. I don't say that, but as far as that term, but
it's a party. It's a party.
Good times tonight. Yes, that's a celebratory word for in my opinion, that I don't normally use. Here we go.
Good times. Come on.
Yeah.
Celebration.
It's cool to be part of the gang.
Hell yeah, dude. So I'm going to lead off the top here. We got the Seattle Seahawks, your Seattle Seahawks, topping the Los Angeles Chargers, 37-23. It's final, 4-3. Damn, dude, we may be sitting atop the NFC West at this moment right now, Rich Harris. We are 4-3. 4-3. We're top. We're number one. We're number one, Rich.
Yep. Rams are on a bye. I didn't see them play this week, but yeah, we are. I heard the announcer saying that throughout the game, and we are at the top of the NFC West. And why shouldn't we be? We've been proving it the most. You know, there's been a lot of hype around the other teams, but we're proving it. So here we are.
We've been saying it since the preseason, Rich. We've been saying it since the preseason. Just watch these Seahawks. See what they develop into. Man, I don't know, man. I just I knew coming down into this game, against Los Angeles, flying down to Los Angeles, our first of two games out there in Inglewood. I knew we had a chance. I mean, we had last week, obviously, we came off that crappy loss against the Saints, which again, we were in it till the end. Every week, dude, we're building upon, we're building and building and building. And we're seeing it pay off here this week, dude, by getting a triumphant win down there in Los Angeles, man. I mean, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, I like to think that you're pretty hyped up right now.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you look at the fact that we have to go back down there, or have to go down there twice, and we'll be going back down there. And my wife, quite honestly, I always mention something she says. The attendance, she was like, why are there a lot of people in that big stadium? And I said, well, wait a second. These guys just came from San Diego. There's not a lot of followers that get up there to that. But you're right. We have to go there twice. And the next time we'll go there is against LA Rams. And that'll be way bigger attendance, LA Rams, in concentration more than what we saw today with the Chargers. I heard a lot of Seahawks fans there and everything else. But yeah, that's a good point that you've made. And we went in there. That's a big stadium, and that's an on-the-road win that is huge in my opinion.
I'd like to think that our win-loss percentage is not necessarily in our favor every time we've traveled down to Los Angeles here over the last 5 to 6 years or whatever, or ever since the Rams have transitioned, from St. Louis over to Los Angeles and whatnot. It seems we never get them down there. So it's definitely nice to come into Los Angeles and get a big win, like you said, a statement win here in week 7. Are we in week 7 already, Rich? I am not too sure off the top of my head. I'm just taking a giant guess right there.
Well, you're accurate. And now we used to be 3-3 on the division, but now we're 4-3. And then the rest of the division is kind of developing. Again, the Rams are on a bye week. But yeah, going back to the team and how we got there and what we've done tonight, I would like to start out with just saying that Gino still demonstrates composure, focus, determination, and I don't know if you noticed at one point in there, we want to keep the podcast to a short point, I guess, but at one point the Coach Carroll had to just tell him, I think he just showed him chest to gut, right? Did you see that when Gino started to get kind of pissed off at something about what happened with the refs, and then coach just kind of looked at him and gave him that little sign language thing, like focus, recenter.
I did see that. It was actually like my whole day of like watching the game. I ended up in some bar in Ellensburg, Washington called the Tab. Shout out to that place. Got a real awesome blue cheeseburger. But I saw that in the third quarter when that went down, dude. And yeah, like you said, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that was on, it was televised for everybody, because Gino started to get kind of frustrated. We talk about that composure that he has and how he's been holding down the fort and all that, and that's great. And then he just started to kind of get a little outside of that, and coach went,
shut it down.
Right. And he did. And he came back out, and they just went and they drove down the field and scored again. Boom.
It was quite the game, dude. I mean, pulling up the stats right here. I mean, Geno Smith went 20 for 27, 210 yards, averaging 7.8 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, unfortunately. He did have 2 sacks with the loss of 20 yards at that point, but his RTG rating was 105.5, which, I mean, dude, come on, buddy. I mean, again, that's exactly what we said in the preseason, that Geno just needs to come in and be a game manager, and that's what he's doing, dude. That's what he's doing. He's proven to be something else at this point.
And he's getting along with the coach. And makes a lot of sense, don't it? So
he's buying in for sure.
And then here we go. So I'm going to bring it up right off the bat. Ken Walker, K9.
Game ball. Give him the
Come
game
on.
ball, Rich. Give this man the game ball.
This guy, I mean, come on. We've been talking about him a lot, but give him some time. And he's actually ahead of schedule, in my opinion. He is relaxing. You got to be patient as you hit the hole to run and all that, right? And he runs differently. He runs a lot, and I'm seeing it more like Marshawn, right? Wide-legged, lateral, and he can buy time to get that chance for him to just burst. And that one time when he just got the ball, it seemed like there was a small hole, but he was gone. He just burst right through it. So very impressive and very exciting, and very, again, exciting to just watch for the future.
The energy that comes off Ken Walker, dude, is pretty. It's a lot of fun to watch, man. Definitely with him being a rookie, it seems like ever since Marshawn, left the Seattle Seahawks, it seems like we've been searching for that next running back. And I'm not, again, knock on wood, finger crossed, man. It looks like Ken Walker is coming out like making a pretty strong case here in his rookie year. I mean, dude, he went 168 yards, 23 attempts, again, averaging 7.3 yards, dude. 2 touchdowns, longest 74, Rich. Dude, I'm in love with Ken Walker, dude. I'm in love with him, dude. He's bringing it to the Seahawks every single week.
Yep. And he's a humble fella, and I like that about him. And talk about somebody who's humble is Marquise Goodwin, on a second wind of his career, so to speak. And look at that guy. Got 2 touchdowns today. Yeah. I think he used to play for the Niners, right? And then people gave up on him at some point. I apologize if I got his first name wrong, but I know his jersey says Goodwin. I think I got that right. Marquise, right? And he came from the Niners. Yeah. He's a little bit older of a fella, and he told the Hawks, hey, I want to come in. I want to play for you, and I want to do well. And look at him tonight, filling in for DK Metcalf, who happened to go down, right?
No,
so, DK goes down. None of us knew that. Yeah, we just see him going on the car. I thought he had to take a shit, but not tonight. I mean,
You're right.
Wasn't...
Right.
I mean, again, really, we're in tune with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, why the fuck is DK on the cart? I was like, he might have to take a shit. He does have some, I don't know how to go into it or not. Yeah, I don't know if it's like that bad. But, I mean, again, we're all human. And maybe he does have some time. And maybe it would be quicker.
Nothing wrong with taking to go to the bathroom.
You don't want to see the camera showing you have to crunch the leg on the way down to the, wherever the next exit is. Get the cart. If you're $1 million player, get on the cart and go. So we all get that if that's the case. But yeah, I mean, all I know is Goodwin stepped in today and in a big fashion and showed, and maybe it was, I was like, good for him. He's
well,
been
next
around the
man
block,
up, dude. It's
but
that whole next
maybe
man
this
up
is his
mentality.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It may be his time.
it's his time, and he did well, very well. You're going to hear about him. He might get Offensive Player of the Week. Who knows what the rest of the league did? But then watching the rest of the
averaging 16.2. I mean, he had 5 targets, but he got 67 yards, and he got the 4. He got 4 out of 5 of his targets and whatnot. Yeah, he got the 2 touchdowns. I mean,
those 2 touchdowns,
they contributed to the win this week. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And you know who else did was our defense once again, Ryan Neal. That guy, he just proves what you get him in the game, he's gonna prove and hold down the fort. He got that interception, and then Darrell Taylor took the ball away from Justin Herbert at that one point. And I don't know, it's just called, I always talk about those hornets that absorb, that you rattle the hornet's nest and they're going to come at you. And those guys today had a lot of attack mode on them. And I like that because a lot of things resulted out of that.
I know. I'm looking at the defense that played here today, and there is a name that does stick out, a name that we talked about late last week in the episode, but that's one Bruce Irvin. He did contribute today, right, Rich? Yeah, it's good to see that Bruce Irvin is out there, dude, because we really are, I feel, seeing our defense make a huge leap in terms of productivity and whatnot, especially, considering the first month or whatever of the season. They definitely had to get their bearings together, and I really do feel like they're putting all the pieces in place to where they need to be in order to succeed this season, and they're allowing our offense to compete, and our offense is competing, I should say, and our defense is competing as well. And the results are in today's game, Rich. I mean, next week we have the New York Giants. Again, New York Giants have been on quite the roll this year, so definitely not underestimating them coming into Lumen Field next Sunday, Rich. But I mean, come on, you cannot not be excited about the Seattle Seahawks right now.
No, we're doing good. We're doing a lot better than a lot of the surrounding people that might be from the outside looking in and not a fan might think. But yeah, very exciting for good reason. We're doing good, and I'm ready to go. I'll be up there next weekend, and we'll go from there.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I mean, just taking a look, I know we'll wind it down here in a minute for here on the show, but taking a look at the standings, man. I mean, yeah, dude, we are up there. I mean, outside the Minnesota Vikings are 5-1, and the Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0 right now. I'm not too sure who's playing Monday Night Football tomorrow, but I mean, outside of that, dude, it's us, Minnesota, and the Philadelphia Eagles right now, dude. I mean, Tampa Bay's 3, and the whole NFC South, dude, is all down, dude. 3-4. Tampa Bay's in the lead with a 3-4 record, dude. So there you go, man. That is your standings.
Yeah, if you're looking league wide, I haven't looked at that today, but now that I think about it, yeah,
the
there's a lot of
actually. Giants are
chemistry.
61. Dallas
a lot of chemistry. Some teams have chemistry problems where they wouldn't think that they did. Right? A lot of teams that people thought would have a lot of structure right now don't have that structure, and a lot of teams that people thought didn't have structure, like the Seahawks, do have structure. So there's a lot of imbalance right now, in my opinion, of what people predicted and what's really going on.
Well, it's like that every single year, man. Everybody comes in on their predictions, going into the from the off season into the season. Every year, man, they're always they always lay it down, dude. And then yeah, at least in our case this year, dude, we're definitely disproving a lot of naysayers that did not have the faith in Geno Smith, coming into the season. Which, I mean, we were all optimistic. I thought, I think going in here and seeing him just flourish in the Pete Carroll system, and like you said, the dynamic that they're building between coach and quarterback, it's refreshing, especially coming off the diva that was Russell Wilson here in Seattle, dude. So seeing Denver lose continuously and seeing Geno ascend into NFL royalty, hey man, I'm gonna, as a fan, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just a fan of the Seahawks in general, and however this all evolves and develops, and the decisions that were made by our front office and the VMAC, yeah. I'm happy with. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm ready to keep going. Go
Cool.
Hawks.
Let's go Hawks. All right, Rich. Any final
You know
words?
what?
Go ahead.
Russell Wilson didn't coin that saying. I just want to make that clear.
No, dude.
Go Hawks has been Go Hawks forever. So
It's been since
Sorry.
76, right? 77?
That's
What
All
year was
right.
the formation? All right. All right.
well, I have a feeling that Let's Ride has been retired, but we'll see.
I hope so. I never want to hear that ever again.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All
See you
right.
guys next time.
I gotta ask a question. Can you win the game in the first quarter? No! Can you win the game in the second quarter?